Hi. So I am reading The Wicked Book for the first time since it came out. So I've only read it once, a very, very long time ago. And I thought I could quickly summarize as I read. I've gotten through the first several chapters, so this is just for people that don't have the time to read the book before the movie and want to know what the differences are. So it starts out, and I might have to look at my screen to remember names because there's some weird names in this. But Milena is the wife or the mother of Elphaba, and Frex is the father. And they live in the middle of nowhere. Sounds like in a field. She came from money. He is a religious man that she thought was going to become bigger and more important than he did. So now she lives in the middle of nowhere. She's pregnant at the beginning, very pregnant, and she's pregnant at the beginning, very pregnant. And chapter 1, pretty much what happens is Frex is talking about how his ministry is more important than his wife giving birth. He mentions the phrase, "the devil is coming," and was talking about temptation, and it was all about this clock. I'm a little confused about the clock, so forgive me if I get some of this wrong. He goes to Rush Margins, which is another village, and you get to read a letter from his cousin talking about the clock, which is the clock of the time dragon. And it's you get to read about it in action, and it's a puppet theater, and it has, I don't know if I can say this on here, genitalia, and it acts out an inappropriate situation about a woman and her daughter and a well digger, and it watches, or you get to read about him watching that and trying to tell everyone it's evil, and everyone's like, we don't care, we want to watch it. So that's when he's given the sermon, and he's interrupted by the clock. So while this is going on, Milena starts to give birth. I think it calls them midwives when you're reading about it, maybe, but they just sound like they're random townspeople, and none of the women like her because she came from money and she thinks she's better than everyone. So they don't treat her very nicely. But they find out that the men are with the clock dragon are coming to get her, attack her. Again, don't get me if I get things wrong. So they kind of like put her in a wagon or something and take her in this hole to give birth. She gives birth. Turns out the baby is green and a girl, which I'm not sure which one the town would be more upset about. So they give her like these leaves to chew on to kind of knock her out. And that's kind of the start of how she got addicted to that.